Welcome back to Sam Roberts Show here in the afternoon. It's a special holiday engagement, normally on every night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And the replay of the show this week and next week will be on at 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you check that out if you miss any of today's show. I mean, none of it is missable.
Well, this is going to be a really good segment.
Well, Jim Norton is here.
Yeah. Opening my gift.
Comedian Jim Norton, you may know him from a radio show. Opie and Jim Norton, or Opie with Jim Norton, or whatever it's called. Yeah. The morning show on this channel.
Yes, whatever you want to call it.
Wow, Jim has a gift.
Yeah, let's see. Happy holidays. Oh, cool. I was going to throw it out, but it's from AMC. Thanks for supporting Better Call Saul. We hope you enjoy the new season and thought you might get a kick out of the enclosed travel mug. You'll get the joke once you see the second episode. Oh, that's nice. It's from Better Call Saul.
It's a trick to watching the show.
I don't care.
I just like the mug.
I was indeed supportive of the show, and Odenkirk is a buddy, so...
It's a good show. Odenkirk does a good job.
Is season 2 out yet?
I don't think it's come out. I don't know. It's a little slow. I kind of lost it.
Throw this garbage in the office. I'll get it when the break's over, but I do want it. Don't take my fucking cup. Don't take my fucking mug.
Oh.
It's hard being a celebrity in fucking DMV. It's hard to get anything done.
How do you know?
That's a good point. Yeah. But I'm imagining.
So you went to DMV?
Yes, I did.
What did you have to get done?
As my dad would say, I had to get my Reggie.
That's what your dad would say?
Yeah, he calls registration his Reggie.
That's awful.
Yep, it's not good.
No. Just here for the old Reggie.
Yep. Hey, where I go to get the old Reggie updated?
Do you think the people who work there like when people kind of make it a little more casual? Cash?
No, I can speak from experience and tell you they do not. No, they say things like, what? So I had, my registration was a little past due. And I park in my garage, as a lot of the more famous, wealthier New Yorkers will do.
I see. But I don't know anything. I'm a street parker.
Yeah,
so
of course you are.
I haven't gotten there yet.
I don't, but I don't drive that much anymore. Mostly, as you know, I'm Subway Jimmy.
So you take the train, I hear.
Yeah.
I keep hearing. So Jim Norton, it says here, I keep hearing you've been taking the train lately.
I have been, and funny joke, but what about the damn 2-3 being slow, right? And
it's just so local and like new to you. And you've lived here for how long?
Oh, and I'm kind of a newbie, 2002.
Right.
Yeah, literally, there was still rubble down at Ground Zero when I fucking got my place.
Next year will be year 14.
Yeah.
And train that's for this year.
Yep, since March. But it's easier. It's just faster. And
Is that right?
Yeah, I was going to have a heart attack. I was getting so angry. So I finally... the registration, though, I don't drive that much anymore. I may get rid of the car because it's an expense. You pay for the lease, you pay for the garage, you pay for the fucking insurance, you pay for the whole thing. It's expensive.
And you don't go on road trips. I mean, do you drive ever to gigs?
Once in a while, but Kenny will do most of the driving. But occasionally I do like to go out to Jersey for something, so it's a hard decision to get rid of it.
But who needs a car when you've got a hired hand?
But I mean, if I want to go by myself, or if someone's in town, I'll go for a ride once in a while. But I find myself, it'll go 3 weeks before I touch my car, or a month before I touch my car.
And you're paying, like you said,
$500 a month to park it.
That's what I was going to say. The parking is where it's crazy, because you feel that every single day.
Every day.
That's, what is that, like $20 a day?
But it's
almost?
It's also a write-off for me, because I legitimately use it like 90% for work. I don't do anything social with it. I only do it when I'm going to do spots or I'm going to do other stuff.
You don't do anything social, period.
That's good. My entire life is a write-off.
Right. Everything you do somehow comes back to it. So, are you really thinking about getting rid of it?
Yeah. I'm a little late with, like I said, the registration.
The Reggie.
The old Reggie-roo is due. I think it's been outdated. I was supposed to do it in February of 2015.
Oh, Jesus.
And the guy looked at it, he goes...
So it's a tick behind, huh?
Yeah, just a tick. He's like, damn, man, it's almost a year. I'm like, yeah, I know, sir.
They have to humiliate you? Like you're at the DMV, you got to wait online, you finally get up there, and you just got to say something humiliating.
Yeah, into the microphone. Yo, man, it's almost a year late. But I wound up... so now it'll be good for 3 more months, and I'll have to redo it. But I want to get it inspected finally. It's a 2014 car, and it's not inspected.
It has not at all.
Nah,
no.
Been busy.
So
I've been busy.
A little behind on the Reggie and on the inspection as well.
Just a tad.
Just a tick.
I'm going to go get the old girl inspected tomorrow.
Wow.
And I'm finally going to be a legal driver for a couple more months till I have to do the registration again.
So that's very, very exciting for you.
Big boy.
Do you like doing day-to-day errands like that?
No, I I don't, Sam.
No,
but I feel complete when I do, like a real person. Because again, like this morning, I woke up and we've been on break. I had to get up yesterday because I was supposed to call in a Johnny Dare yesterday to promote my gig in April in Kansas City. Mm-hmm. So I woke up nice and early. And he turned out he didn't go in and do a show. He was sick. So I woke up for nothing. And I just wound up going to the gym and doing my appointment at the gym. Mm-hmm. And the same thing today. I woke up for radio and then go do the gym.
So there is still some discipline.
Yeah.
What time do you go to the gym?
I had my 11 a.m. this morning, and yesterday was 11:15.
Okay.
And then I went to, I made a fucking horrible, I went to Toys R Us, cause my fucking nephew, he wants he's 3. And my sister said a good thing to get him.
So because how does he know what he wants? He's 3.
Yeah, she knows what he likes to play with. But there's a set of steak knives, but they've started getting dull. Okay. And so she wanted me to get really sharp knives.
And you had Jeffrey dollars from Toys R Us. You thought you'd pick up some steak knives.
Yeah, for a few Jeffrey bucks. So I went to get these kid iPads that they have.
Oh, what are they, like the Leapfrog deals?
That's exactly it. Leapfrog is the one that I wanted.
They're supposed to teach you stuff.
Yeah. But they didn't have it in Toys R Us. So I wound up...
That's weird. Usually, like, on December 22nd, a popular toy wouldn't be sold out.
Yeah, I realized that when I got there. And I was actually cranky that it was crowded.
Really?
On 44th Street in Times Square.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are the odds? This would be fucking crowded.
Right. Next stop should be the mall.
Yeah. No, it'd probably be a lot of people there.
Oh, shit. You're right. It's very, very good.
Thanks.
Very, very, very good.
Sarcasm.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's
sweet.
I know you've been working on that. That's great. So did you get anything, or did you just have a miserable time in Toys R Us?
They didn't have it. I'm an Amazon card buyer. Because like my sister for Christmas, she asked me for her early Christmas gift to get her World Series tickets for her and my nephew Nick.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I was like, go fuck yourselves. No, I got them. So they went and saw the
what
game.
do you think you're getting for Christmas? That's your early Christmas gift.
And birthday. So no, I'll get them a small thing still for Christmas. But I'm an Amazon person because... Like, you know, it stinks to get somebody a gift card like from Two Guys. Do you remember that store?
No.
That's an old man reference. It's an old store. Corvettes, Two Guys, Caldor.
I know Caldor.
Of course you do.
But is Two Guys like a Caldor type store?
It certainly was.
Oh.
Yeah, old school.
Back in the heyday.
Bradley's. You remember Bradley's?
I do vaguely remember Bradley's. I know they had Woolworths and Caldors. Those were the big box stores when I was growing up.
I remember being in Woolworths with my friend Dean, who I really loved. He was crazy. He's dead now, but he died of AIDS. He got a needle shooter, actually.
He did.
Yeah.
So his craziness wasn't just a childhood thing.
No,
that extended out.
But he's one of my favorite people ever. Dean was one of those guys I always felt good around. Like I just loved him. Anyway, he was just insane. He was the guy, like he had this weird bob when he walked. Like I'd love to have him psychoanalyzed now. There was something definitely wrong with him.
Well, I mean, I know what's wrong with him now.
What?
He's dead.
Yeah, and
he's dead as a doornail.
And the HIV didn't help. But I remember we were in Woolworths. We used to shovel snow together.
Yeah.
And he would come and like knock on my door whenever it would snow. We'd go out and shovel and make a few bucks. And we were in Woolworths eating hamburgers at the counter, and he took the ketchup bottle and he licked the rim of the ketchup bottle. He licked all the ketchup off the rim of the fucking ketchup bottle.
So gross.
Yes, it was.
It's a public ketchup bottle.
Yes, it was.
Like everybody's fingers were on it, just trying to like open it up.
Yes, they were.
They probably shove shit in it because it gets all gooked up.
It was disgusting. It was like red with the black around it.
Oh no.
Yeah, not good. And
so was he doing that to be like, I'm gross, what's his name?
Dean.
I'm gross Dean, I'll do crazy things, or was he just like, oh, there's extra ketchup here?
Yeah, he was crazy, and both. He wanted to lick it, and he just did it to gross me out. But I remember I think it was Dean, it was either him or my friend Jimmy, who's also dead.
What happened to the other Jimmy?
He shot himself with a shotgun.
Jesus.
And another crazy guy I loved very much growing up. But he was Jimmy. I think it was Jimmy and me who were spitting on the phone. There was a fucking
what a couple of miscreants.
Yeah, real pieces of garbage. There was a public payphone, and we were just spitting all over the earpiece.
I thought you were going to say the mouthpiece because I'm naive.
No,
and like there's some niceness left in me. You were spitting on the
because the earpiece has to go in your ear.
But now I realize that.
And we stood there, And we just waited. And some black guy, I remember, came over and picked the phone up and stuck it on his ear.
Oh.
And I'll never forget him taking a fucking tissue and wiping his ear. And he turned around and he knew who did it because coincidentally there were two white kids just standing there looking at it and laughing.
You guys were laughing?
Yes, we were.
So you were like arsonists that would always come back to watch the house burn.
Not only we didn't come back, we never left. We stood there from where we are to you, thinking that we wouldn't be conspicuous, like just kind of standing behind a post. And it was like an outdoor mall area.
Yeah.
And he said something to us about we should kick our fucking ass. We're like, we didn't do anything.
Yeah, we just stand here
and laugh,
laughing at the phone booth.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even a phone booth. It was under an overhang, so it was just you got a perfect view.
That's so fucking gross.
It was disgusting.
And now it's like, do you still? I mean, it's funny, but as an adult, do you sit back? Because of course, everybody remembers the story that you told many times about throwing chocolate ice cream inside cars.
Oh yeah, with my
watch
friends.
It melt.
Yeah, we would do that. That was on the back of that was on the back seat of an open car, and he had a fur liner on the back, and it was a fucking melted chocolate ice cream sundae.
Yeah,
I'll never forget riding back with Stanley and Mike. We drove by like 10 minutes later, and the fucking old people are outside, and this 70-year-old woman is wiping chocolate off the back of her husband.
See, like that's tragic. Like as an adult, can you now recognize at least that one half that's like, that's really sad. Like one day I'll be 70 and I can't imagine the humiliation of a couple of fucking rascals, some rapscallions, like running around and leaving melted chocolate on my seat. Now my wife has to clean the back of my jacket.
You know what? To this day, I say fuck them. It wasn't a violent crime. We didn't take anything. Just replace the fucking fur cover, and you learn to close your windows.
Right.
I told you we tried lighting we lit a couch on fire and pushed it off the back of the pickup truck on the highway.
see, that's like people can die from that.
Yeah. I had this is when I was like 13.
Right.
And I was reading in the paper or whatever, a lawsuit today about the woman. Remember those kids dropped shopping cart off that thing about 4 years ago on that woman's head?
Yes.
And it's like easy to call them pieces of garbage and they were shitty kids. But I did stuff like that. Like never that much violence, but I would have. And as a younger person,
yeah,
because I told you in Edison, we'd go up to the highway. I lived in River Heights Apartments, which are now called Riverview, and we would walk up to the right by where the road was and take rocks and bricks and bottles and literally
bricks,
and just throw them at cars that were 10 feet away doing 50.
That's crazy.
We stood in the shoulder of the road and just threw rocks at cars. And when they would slow down and stop, we would just run away.
And you could have killed people.
There's zero exaggeration. We could have killed somebody.
Like in the movie The Good Son. Have you seen The Good Son with Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah, I cranked my pud through it.
That's not what the movie's for, Paul.
Oh.
That's not why they make that movie.
Yeah.
But like Macaulay Culkin is supposed to be like a psycho in the movie. And he makes a dummy and then throws it off an overpass at cars.
No, that's great.
It's exactly the type of thing you would do, except in the movie we watch him like, oh my God, this is a disturbed young man. And you're like, just boys being boys.
Yeah, but I related to that. Like, you don't understand the consequence. Like, you think you do, but at that point you don't. Like, so... You know, I mean, as I get older, I was like, oh, fuck, I would never have. It's like, why do people drink? Like, when I was 15 and I was drunk driving, I was driving Dean's car. Dean was on acid. And was I even drunk that day? I don't remember if I was, but I might have been a little.
But even if you were drunk, you were in better shape than Dean.
Dean was on acid, and I was just making fun of my friend Bill. And I just kept making rhymes about him being overweight.
Is Bill still alive?
Bill's good. Yeah,
okay.
Bill's really good, actually. I love Bill. Bill D'Angelo, one of my favorite people in life.
Okay.
Bill is doing quite well.
Good.
But I was just.
Is he still fat?
No.
Oh, good.
No, Bill's a fucking big kid now, man.
Oh,
he's in pretty solid, in shape dude who could probably punch me through a fucking cinder block.
Right.
So I'm really glad that Bill likes me.
Yeah.
But I was teasing Bill one day and fucking Dean's in the. I've still to this day never heard anyone laugh the way he had the greatest fucking laugh.
Dean did?
The greatest high-pitched, genuine belly. Like nothing made you funnier than Dean. Like he made you just feel like you were the funniest person on earth. He was great. And when he was on acid, it was even fucking...
So you'd be sitting there with Dean, and since Dean is such a fucking psycho,
yeah,
you end up doing psycho things because you're like, if I do this, I'm going to get that Dean laugh.
Well, I told you, he was, one time me and my friend Neil we're in his house, and he came out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I had this is when he fucking had jerked off, and he came in his fucking hand, and he fucking wiped it on my glasses, and he wiped it on Neil's mouth, and he goes, "You've been giving head."
That's so gross.
And he wiped it, and I'll never forget him wipe it. And we just started punching him. We didn't punch him in the face, but we were punching him in the chest, and he was just laughing. And we got to like just like you get your friend down, you like legitimately hitting him.
Like
and,
Odell Beckham Jr. just shove your head into his head.
I will never forget the fucking cum pooling up in my glasses.
And how old were you?
24? No, I was probably like 11 or 9. It was like in that area, 12. He was like a year older than me.
I don't even think I knew. Like when I was like, say 10, I probably didn't even know what cum was yet.
Yeah, you just thought it was a beverage.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. He was a wild. His dad was a bad alcoholic who died vomiting his liver up on the floor, pretty much like black bile.
Oh.
Dean found his father dead of black bile vomited on the rug.
So yeah, I mean, from the beginning, it wasn't success written in the cards for Dean.
No, and it's unfortunate. He was in the Navy, joined the Navy. I don't even have any photos. I wish I had a photo of Dean, but he was in the Navy, and I think he caught HIV shooting drugs. Like he got into drugs way before. Like I was smoking a little pot and doing this, but he was like fucking, I guess, doing coke and acid. And he got very bad very fast. Mm-hmm. I think he's the first person I ever knew who died of AIDS. I think it was him.
You never did acid or anything like that?
No,
I know you got sober early. But...
I did mescaline, yeah, but and no one would do acid with me. They're like, "That would fucking, you'll be awful on acid. You'll be fucking, you're a bummer." Mescaline just made me laugh, but acid I would have been a total dick.
Why was that? Because you were such an asshole when you were drunk?
Yeah, just the worst.
You just got emotional.
Just a douche. You fucking. Oh, it would have been horrible.
You're just born a sad young man.
Yeah, just a fucking drama queen whore. Embarrassment. I'll fucking tell you something. Oh, I was the worst. I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. That's the thing I don't miss the most is the idea that I know today with social media. Like, fucking thank God I didn't have Twitter. Oh.
Because you would have gotten drunk. You'd just be tweeting like every celebrity, like, "You think you're so great."
Yeah, I'm a fucking good actor. Like, put me in a movie. Yeah, I would have just embarrassed myself.
Yeah, I would think so. And so at what point, I guess you never really did, because I was going to ask, at what point did you grow out of doing terrible things? But it's like you get older and you end up living with fucking Florentine, and you're doing all kinds of dumb pranks to people all the time.
Well, if that was more Jim than me, I didn't do the phone calls. That was all Florentine. But you just kind of, you know how it is, man. You get older and you change your perspective, and when you find a career, it makes life easier.
Right.
When you have something like, oh, okay, this is what I am now.
Because before you're just filling time causing chaos.
Exactly. Last time all I was a guy who walked by the mirror and mumbled faggot when he saw his reflection. But now it's like, I'm 21. It's funny. My old boss, Lionel, who I worked with at Christoph Silver, which is a very upscale silverware place.
Why did you work in an upscale silverware place?
I was a warehouse guy. I was doing it. This was my job.
Because I was about to say, like, I don't think anybody's going in and buying like upscale silverware from Jim Norton.
No, you're right. They weren't. But every piece of upscale silverware that was sold in like '88, they fucking got from the kid.
Which means it went right up your ass before it went in their kitchen drawer.
You bought a silver fist. I had sat on it. No, but this was really high end stuff. And in Raritan Center in Edison, there was a shipping and receiving. So I would write down jokes on the back of packing slips. I still have them. I still have all these fragile stickers.
That's when it was like you started cycling this idea of like, this could be a real thing. I can dive into this.
Yeah. And I had an idea. Like, I had brought all my stuff up from the basement, packing slips and everything I'd written jokes on. And I was going to record these, me doing these jokes today.
Are they great jokes?
They're horrible. But then Florentine released a CD of his old act. But it wasn't, we hadn't talked about it.
Right.
Jim didn't steal it. It was like literally parallel thinking, because I had brought my stuff up and I was looking through it, and then Jim did it and I'm like, fucking, we both just thought of it. We never talked about it.
I wish there was something you could do with it, because Florentine's is brilliant, because he just sits there, I think it's on iTunes or whatever, he just sits there going through like his old notebooks, and he reads the jokes completely deadpan, and just every now and then there's just a, ugh.
Yeah, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
But I was going to do it in front of an audience. I had never thought to do it, but I wasn't going to fix the wording. That stuff to me, I just found, it's funny, Trish, Otto's girl, sent me a photo of Otto's calendar from 93, and it had one of our gigs on it. It was like, I forget what the gig was, but it was some gig in 93, and it was like, Riddles, Norton, like we were doing it together, and I like looking through that old shit and finding how much money I was making, and, I was making $50 or $75
Does it actually make you start appreciating what's going on now?
Yeah.
You're like, actually, you know what? It is a lot better than
dude,
I have accomplished something.
Colin, when I saw Colin did his keynote address a couple years ago, and such a smart thing he said. He's like, one thing he regretted was that he forgets to just remember that, hey, I'm doing this this is my job.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of things in our world, whether it's stand-up or radio or whatever it is, that are like not perfect or annoying. But like when I started, it was like I had nothing. I had my parents, thank God, but I was I was a high school dropout. I had no desire to do anything.
But at least you were a good person.
Exactly. That's the point.
There wasn't even that.
Fucking a little fruit who just had no motivation or dedication.
Right.
But then all of a sudden you realize, like, I'm doing what I want to do for a living, and I make a good living doing it.
So you were never a motivated person?
Shit, I was garbage. No, this was it. This was it.
What about, at what point did you start getting motivated? Because now you like to work all the time. We just said a minute ago, everything's a write-off because you have no social life outside of your work.
You get obsessed, man, like you are. You're obsessed with radio. From day one, you were coming in a lot and doing your own show and doing show prep, and like, it's like you get this weird obsession when you can finally see progress. Like when you finally go, oh my fucking God, I can claw my way into this.
Right.
And when the comedians, like guys like Florentine and Bob Levy, I owe a lot to, because when they told me I was funny, because I looked up to Bobby so much, and they would laugh at like some of my perverted stories, that made me feel like there was validity to what I was doing. So it's like, that's when you start fucking getting obsessed. And I quit Christoph Silver and I worked for Laicos Lamps. It's another fucking high-end lamp company.
Why did you quit the silver place?
Oh, I collected unemployment for 2 years.
You did?
No, wait, did I? No, I don't remember why.
Because you don't collect unemployment for quitting.
No, you're right. I might have moved, I moved to Laicos Lamps, for more money. Oh, Christoph moved to New York. Their warehouse moved from Raritan Center here to Manhattan, and I didn't want to travel into New York every day.
Right.
So I wound up staying in that warehouse. When Laicos Lamps came in, they hired me, and they promptly fired me.
They did.
Yep.
They realized you were not a good investment.
I was not at all company quality.
Why did the silverware company not realize that?
I think because my old boss liked me, Lionel, and they were Haitians, and Philippe, who I want to get back in touch with. I want to see how these guys are doing. It's been 20 years since I've seen them. And Philippe was very funny.
Yeah. But the lamp guys, they were like,
a woman who smoked, and I would always look down her shirt, and I saw her breasts a lot of times, and a part of me thought she knew. I couldn't tell.
I bet she did. I got on the train like a few weeks ago.
Ooh.
And there was this woman, this chick, young girl. Not young girl,
you really
young
fucking
woman.
Amended that quickly. This woman, she was in a stroller.
Yeah, this baby was sitting there in a diaper. No, this young woman was sitting there in like this shirt that was almost open. Like it was completely low cut.
Staring at fucking Hooters.
She caught me. Like I saw immediately she did the like buttoning up the sweater thing, and I was like,
oh, you fucking hunk of shit.
Yeah.
That was a statement by her, like this wasn't on purpose, titty starer.
This wasn't for you.
Yeah. We're supposed to look at my bubs.
My bubs makes you feel like a dirt bag.
Yeah, it really does make you feel gross. Because whenever I see a pair of parted legs, I'll always take a quick gander just in case she's trying to get me to peek up there.
How often is she trying to get you?
Not once so far in 47 years. First time I looked down his shirt, man, it was a girl who worked for a vacuum repair company, or vacuum company. My mom, my dad, and I were in the store, and we were looking, and I'll never forget just staring down her shirt and fucking her tits, man, down the opening, and I just kept looking. And I didn't know that it was obvious that I kept going over and just standing there and just kind of peeking down.
And just staring.
Yeah, like I thought she didn't notice.
Do you think she definitely did?
Of course she did.
Yeah, it's very, very apparent.
It was extraordinarily obvious. I had no couth when I was a boy.
I'm glad you've developed so much couth, though.
Yeah, now I find that just be honest up front, and they all know that I'm kind of garbage when I walk into it.
Because otherwise they're going to catch you gritting your teeth within 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's just not,
No. So why'd you get fired from the lamp place?
Just not showing up. You know, me and Jim would go out to Maryland.
And I guess by that point, you're like, I'm not going to work in a lamp place. I'm going to do comedy.
No, I didn't know at that point. That was a couple years in, but that was 2 years into stand-up. I was 5 years sober. I get sober in 87. My first time on stage was 90. So I was 2 years into comedy, 5 years sober. The first time I ever got fired. And that was the first time I'd ever been fired in my life. It was for not showing up.
Right.
And for showing up, you know, exhausted. I'd go out, go to Maryland for $25 with Jim and Bobby or Jim and somebody else. And they would go out drinking. We'd be trying to fuck girls after. Or we'd have to wait for Florentine to bang a girl in the car. And, you know, me and Bob would just fucking sit in another car while Jim fucked her in his, you know, in the girl's car. Get back at 3 a.m, have to be there by 7:30. It's just worthless.
And then they're asking you to produce lamps, and it's just not getting done.
No, it was just shipping and sending them out. But I wound up getting fired and collecting unemployment. It was different back then because it wasn't, you could just go from place to place. And literally, when I would turn in my employment thing, or like when I would fill out applications, they would say reason for leaving last job. Boss was picking on me. Just awful reasons that you knew wouldn't get you hired.
Boss was
picking on me was a big one. Misunderstanding in the argument with boss. Just shit that you knew would never get you hired.
Nobody's buying that.
No. But I collected benefits for a couple of years and did open mics. So that helped a lot. I went out and I did a lot of gigs. A lot of $25, like I said, $25, $50 gigs. The Italian Villa in Lancaster. Fucking Mark Vito's old room in Wildwood, New Jersey. We'd go down there. You do 2 weekends a year. The first weekend paid $350. No, first week it was $350 for the week, and you did 14 shows. That was what the MC made. You would do, I think, 3 Friday, 3 Saturday, and then 2 every other night. $350 for the first week, and you stayed above the club, and $400 for the second week. Like you do 1 in June, 1 in August, 1 in July, 1 in early September. So it was $750 for 28 shows. Not a lot of money.
No,
but the experience you got from doing 14 shows,
just doing reps,
was fucking awesome.
And that's what I think a lot of people don't understand, that like, especially early on, like there's just so much benefit regardless of money to just being able to do reps. I mean, that's the real reason why I was doing all those shows and doing podcasts and doing everything, is because I knew that like you just have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it.
Yeah, it's repetition and it's confidence and it's just repeating it. And so many people, you know, my Wednesday show, the Advice Show, a lot of guys call in and they ask about comedy writing and getting on stage. And it's like, dude, you got to get on.
Right.
You fucking have to get on.
I mean, there's not one comic who doesn't have the same story that you do, that Florentine does, that they find their first notebook and it's just miserable jokes.
Garbage.
Right. All of them. Everyone.
Garbage. I just wish. My oldest set that I have is from 1990. And that's one, where, you know, I kind of was like faking an Italian thing. I didn't know.
Oh, that's cool. You're a character?
I ain't doing, yeah.
You'd say that?
Not that much. I just didn't know who I was.
Right. But you wanted to be like a Jersey guy.
Yeah, just kind of a cool guy here to make you laugh.
I was about to say, it sounds cool.
Yeah. So I thought, I realized later that was probably not the right route for me to go. I couldn't pull it off. No, I couldn't.
It didn't come naturally?
No, it didn't. Seem a little forced.
How did the women respond?
Not good for a long time.
That's too bad.
Yeah, so I thought. I changed tactics.
But again, I mean, you get the reps in because then you became very familiar with prostitution. Yep. So it's like you're an old pro at that as well. I sure am. Boy, my lack of early success drove me right into the arms of women who needed drug money. That's right. Well, what do you do? Are you going back to, because I mean, what bugs me out the most about all your like stories from back then is the fact that your parents are like nice parents. Yeah, they're lovely. Like, but they just didn't know what was like. You just leave for the day and come back, and they wouldn't ask questions. No, not when you're an adult. You know, they didn't ask. What time? What are you doing? What time you? But I mean, like when you were fucking putting chocolate ice cream on cars and setting couches on fire. Oh, it was 12 or 13. No, supervision was different back then. You go to the arcade. See you later. I'm going to the diner to play asteroids. Yeah, go to play stickball, Mom. Exactly. Just beating up animals. Yeah. We would do pig stickers. We called them pig stickers. We would take a giant nail or whatever it was and jam them in car tires. Why? I don't know. Just because we wanted to flatten tires. So obnoxious. We do pig stickers, we call them. When you have a flat tire, it's so annoying. Yes, it is. Try 2 or 3. Mike would go, I'm going to go do a couple of pig stickers. And he'd come back, I got 3 tires. See, like, I remember I was such a neurotic little kid that, like, I remember me and my friend Michael went to a park and we went and saw we were probably 10 and saw all the graffiti and stuff on it. And he was like, oh, let's write curse words. I'm going to ask my mom for a marker. And so we got the marker from his mom and started writing curse words on whatever the slide or whatever was. And I don't know why the mom would hand us a marker, but she probably smartened up to it after, because we were driving home and she was like, hey, what did you guys need that marker for? And Michael was like, oh, no, nothing, just a thing. And she was like, you weren't writing things on the walls or the slides, were you? And no, we weren't doing that. And she was like, good, because if you were, that's illegal and the police will find out about that. And I was like, for a week, petrified that the police, that my parents, that my whole world was going to come crushing down because somebody was going to find out that I wrote fuck or something.
Really? You wrote fuck?
In the tunnel, yeah.
Oh, no. And they cannot write fuck on the sliding pond because it's obscene.
But
Sammy.
I was too scared to do anything. I would be right there and I'd be I'd start thinking about what would happen if I got caught or punished.
Yeah, I was always a panicky, logical one too. I remember I went to camp when I was 12.
Just one of those panicky, logical kids that throws flaming couches out of an active highway.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
But when you were at camp?
I was with self-preservation. I remember a lot of the kids were going canoeing, but I was scared. I was 12, so I was trying to talk them out of it. Going, I think could tip over. I don't want to die.
and you're but you're trying to be I'm the cool one here. I'm the smart one.
Yeah, I was such a pussy. Such a fucking pussy.
Yeah, I didn't want to do any of that stuff ever.
No, I hated the outdoors. I hated Camp Mason.
I had to go. When I was in Cub Scouts up until I was in 5th grade, and they would always try to do camping trips. And I would always skip the camping trips because I never wanted to go camping.
Yeah, a little weebelo.
I was a weebelo.
I know you were.
How do you know?
Because I remember.
What do you mean you remember?
You'd say I'm a weebelo. I'd be like, show me. Be a weeble kiss first.
No, I don't think that ever happened. I don't think you were there, as a matter of fact.
Little kisses.
But... yeah, I would just I wouldn't do any group activities with any of them. I would sneak off every time. I didn't even want to tie knots. I was so against just doing everything. All I wanted to do was be at home and either play Sega Genesis or watch wrestling. Yeah,
I didn't enjoy it either. My parents just wanted me to go and socialize. Excuse me, they thought that would be healthy, but...
plus the Scoutmaster, we used to do... that
was my nickname in high school.
The Scoutmaster. Our Scoutmaster used to always take us to the public pool once a month. And he'd take the whole troop. But then, while all us, kids have our towels on real tight and trying to, change without anybody seeing, he'd be walking around the locker room with his fucking hairy balls out everywhere. And you could never do that now. But all of us, when I talked to my friends back then, remember, oh yeah, we're pretty sure he molested one of us, and whoever it was just doesn't remember.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't. He's too busy talking on the radio every day.
You think so?
Somebody had their mouth fucked, so that little boy figures if he uses his mouth and talks a lot, no more penises can be forced in there.
It's going up and down, up and down. You can't get in.
That's right. You can't get in because words are coming out. People will notice.
I don't know. If you want to call in to Sam Roberts Show, call 866-969-1969. Obviously, Jim Norton is here. Are you going back home for Christmas? Do you go see your...
Yep.
You're going to see your family?
I want to see my nephews. Yeah, I want to see, especially my little nephew who's 3.
But you don't see your parents?
Yeah, they'll be there.
Oh, okay.
Well, I want to see them too, but I really want to see them. I really miss my nephew. So I'll go see them. I'm doing, I ordered the gift that he needed for home and ordered it on Amazon for overnight. Hopefully gets sent to my fucking sisters. I did that. I was on I was doing it on my phone because I went to see Star Wars yesterday. So before I went into the theater, I was up there panicking trying to order it on my phone.
Yeah, I saw Star Wars on... everybody was talking about how difficult tickets were going to be. And I guess, obviously it made, record money.
Yeah.
But I just bought tickets on Saturday afternoon for Saturday night, and it was not a problem.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It's okay.
You only thought it was okay?
Yeah.
How come?
It's well directed. It was well acted. To me, I didn't think the villain was strong enough. That was my problem with it. It's hard to follow Darth Vader. Whether you call him a villain or just an amazing character, but a character like that, there are very few in movie history that are that strong.
Right.
And that have that kind of fucking awesome on-screen presence. It was James Earl Jones, to me, made the fucking franchise.
Right.
There's not one movie without him that I liked. I thought the 3 fucking prequels were douchey.
Horrible.
And that fucking fruity actor they got to play him when he was young. And I don't want to give away any plot points. I'm just going to say that it wasn't like it was a piece of shit or anything. I mean, it was well shot. Some of the fucking scenes were amazing to watch.
Yeah.
The 3D was cool. There was certain.
Oh, I didn't see it in 3D.
No.
I saw it in 2D.
Yeah. There was certain moments that like I think some people felt like, oh no, and I was like, who
cares?
I didn't care, but it's maybe I'm just too cynical for it.
Yeah,
I'm glad I saw it, and I would, if you like Star Wars, you might like. I wanted it to be a little bit more. I wanted to see Darth Vader.
You did.
47. I wanted.
You just wanted the movie from when you were a boy.
Yes, I did. I wanted to see Darth
because it was. I mean, it's one of these. I'd say I liked it. Oh, I liked it. I'm not gonna say I liked it a lot, but I liked it. The only issue I had with it was like story-wise extremely similar to the first Star Wars movie.
Yeah, well, that's to me. It's like I'm tired of setup movies.
Yes, yes, and that's what it was. Like it's obviously the first of 3 movies.
Yeah,
and so there's a lot of story that's left to be told and all this stuff. I don't know. I mean, and I also get this feeling like as much as I'm excited to see a new Star Wars, and as much as it's a good movie and everything, I would kind of much rather see somebody come along and create the next big thing, as opposed to being like, oh, this brand was created in the 70s and it's still big.
Like Retail Wars. That'd be a better movie.
You think so? How would that?
Yeah, a bunch of like fun creatures just kind of fighting on the floor of like a retail store trying to get their products out there.
Yeah, I don't think that's good at all, actually.
You don't think that's
I don't think that's the one. I don't think that I also don't think you can just take Star Wars and put it in a different location.
Maybe not.
I meant an original idea.
Okay.
So I get that it's in retail stores instead of space.
Yeah.
And you're right. There's plenty of room for tie-in.
Hey, those shirts are wrinkled.
Right. And is that sound of somebody who will unwrinkle them, or they're mad that they pointed it out?
No, he's shaking it because he's angry that they're wrinkled.
Oh, I see.
The boss, Darth Vader's the boss.
Right, he's the manager.
Of course he is.
Because like you said, you really would like to see Darth Vader again.
I would.
Yes.
You always knew when he was coming in the break room, and you had to get back because you hear the music. Bum, 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 bum.
So,
Chip ruined it for a lot of people.
Chip ruined what?
Star Wars.
He didn't.
Yes, he did, because he kept yelling something when Chewbacca was on screen.
Did you go with anybody?
Yeah, just a friend. 2 friends, actually.
But did they know Chip?
No. He just kept yelling, hey, it's Chewbacca!
Chewbacca. I can't imagine anybody ever laughed.
It literally ruined the movie for me thinking of that. I couldn't stop thinking of Chewbacca.
And all you wanted to do was actually yell it out.
I wanted to yell it out until they beat me. Until they beat me out of the theater physically.
Chewbacca!
Chewbacca! Hey, it's Chewbacca!
He ruins everything, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
And even if he's not ruining things for everybody around you, people need to assume, just in your head, it's horrendous.
It's awful.
I mean, I tweeted out the thing. I can get one response out of you usually. Like if I text you something, if we're going out to eat, or if you're coming on in the show, or whatever it is, like I can get one response out of you. And then if there's a follow-up or even just a okay, cool, we have to go on a conversation with Chip or Edgar or something that I'm just like, okay, all right. I tweeted out a photo of our text message of first Chip asks how much moolah is he going to get for doing the Sam Roberts show today. Then Edgar pipes in because I guess he's Chip's lawyer.
Apparently, he's an attorney.
Everybody's just having a good time over there.
Yes, they were. Just being silly geese.
I guess so.
That's what my day is like, just sitting around all day by myself.
Do you write it or you just do it?
No. I'm writing episodes, that stupid cartoon. At the end of January, we're going up with the Indiegogo. Mm-hmm. I was ready to do it in early December, but because of the fucking holiday, they're like, don't do it.
Right.
Because January 1st kills everything. They're like, 3rd week, 4th of January. But I feel really very happy with it.
That's going to be the Chip cartoon?
Yeah, man. I've been talking about it for so long.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're not stalling. It's literally just the holidays messed this up a little. And there was that redesign. And it's not the fucking highest quality animation. It's just supposed to be funny for people who like Chip. I don't expect it to really go anywhere or do anything. It's one of those things that you want to do, because like people have been asking me for years to do it, and I would rather do it and have a fucking milquetoast mediocre response than never have tried it.
Yeah,
and then
of
I
course.
can always go, I fucking did that.
Yeah, because otherwise, everybody's coming after you, and they're not going to stop until something's out there.
Yeah.
So it needs to. If it's a failure, at least next time somebody comes up to you and says, "Oh, you got to do a cartoon," you could say, "I tried that and it was a failure."
Well, it's good because I'm doing the tour, so it will help to promote it. Because it coincides with my tour, which is actually just a coincidence, but my tour starts in February in Chicago, so I can promote that every night and promote the page to go to.
And are you going to do all the characters in it?
Yeah, in one of the episodes, there's only a couple of the characters, but a bunch of them make appearances. And
Jimmy Norton's Neighborhood?
Yeah, a bunch of them do. A bunch of them show up. It's one of those things where it's short now. It's like 5 or 6 minutes because it's very, very expensive animation.
And online, it's like, how long do you want it to be?
You can't make it too long online. So, eventually, if it ever went anywhere, maybe it'd be a little longer, but I don't know what the appropriate length is for that stuff. That's not my world. I don't know. So they told me someone said just do them like, some of them are 2 to 3 minutes to start. So I figured 5 minutes and 6 minutes is fine.
And you're going to try to do it on their own website, or do you know yet?
Don't know yet.
Yeah.
I have a guy help me with social media. He's helping me in the sense that he's not doing any of my social media.
Right.
He's just showing me ways to how you can maybe start it here and what will be the most effective way to do it.
You mean tricks of the trade?
Good way to put it.
Thank you.
Good way to put it. Like he introduced me to someone at Indiegogo who is helping me through the process of what to do. Cause you just want to kind of do it right.
Right. And Chip loves that fucking moolah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm asking for $1 billion.
It's not going to get a billion.
Yeah, well.
It's totally unrealistic.
No, it ain't.
I mean, 1,000. Is it like $1 billion?
Fucking billion.
Nobody gets $1 billion.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
Give me a fucking billion.
No.
Yeah, maybe Mark Zuckerberg will do it.
Who?
Mark Zuckerberg. He started Facebook.
Yeah, it's Zuckerberg.
You're a sucker.
Okay, that's
peckers.
Very, very, very funny. 866-969-1969. Matt in Connecticut. You're on Sam Roberts Show here with Jim Norton.
What's up, guys? I just wanted to thank you. I miss the chemistry between you two. You guys are awesome together.
The afternoon jam.
That's right. The afternoon jam with Jim and Sam.
There you go. Because traffic is fucking horrific in these holidays. Hour to get home from work. It's the worst. At least you guys are cheering me up.
It's too bad you don't live in New York. You could try the train.
Yeah, I've learned recently, sir, in my late 40s, that the train, the choo-choo move quicker than cars. Where are you driving to?
I'm in Connecticut. I'm going from New Canaan to Milford.
That fucking hunk of shit state has the worst traffic anywhere. I've never had a good driving experience in Connecticut.
But it
ever.
doesn't matter. It's 95 and the Merritt, and they both just get jammed up. And who the fuck is in Connecticut anyway?
Me, unfortunately. I'm on the Merritt in the no exit zone going 5 miles an hour, and I want to murder myself.
Yeah, the Merritt stinks. Merritt! You're sure The Exorcist? It's close.
I want to see you. You're going to be coming to Ridgefield, which is right near me, too, right near where I work. And I want to see you at the Fox.
Yeah, I have a couple gigs in Connecticut. I don't know why. I'm doing some college, and I'm doing Foxwoods and some other one. But Connecticut's a huge state, so...
Well, you're doing the theater tour now, right?
Yeah. I got a second date on sale in the Wilbur.
You excited about that?
I
mean, you sound like completely overwhelmingly excited, so I get that. It's translating.
No, I know. I'm very happy about it, but it's one of those things where I like the act I'm doing, so I hope people like it. I feel really good about it.
Right.
I'm not good at selling myself. Too.
No, I get it. Because and you can never, because in your mind somewhere is, it could be a complete bomb and nobody shows up, so I'm not going to...
Well, no, I actually feel... I know tickets are selling because I've seen a lot of the counts, and they're not sold out, but it's 5 months out. But like places I've never been before, like New Orleans is selling, Indianapolis is selling. It'll take them a while to sell out, but they're moving.
When you see somebody, especially these young guys, who are like confident in what they're doing... who are just good at selling themselves. And they go and they say, oh man, yeah, I can't wait to get out there. These people are going to go crazy. I got these new jokes and blah, blah. Like, does it boggle your mind that somebody could have that mindset? Or do you think they're lying? Are you jealous that they can be this kind of blindly confident in themselves?
No, I don't care, because some of them have reason to be. Sometimes it does help. I mean, that's never been my nature.
Right.
I'd probably be farther along if I was more comfortable and confident, and but that's not who I am, and that's not what makes me a comic. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, Colin is one of the funniest guys in the world. He's not a good salesman.
No, he's
But Louis is also one of the funniest guys in the world, and Louis is a great salesman.
Right.
Like, Louis is a great pitcher. He knows how to walk in and pitch a show and get it picked up. Bonnie McFarlane is fucking hilarious, and she's great at selling a show. So it's not a reflection of, like, your ability or your whatever.
It's just a different skill set.
It's just different. It's just a different mentality as a person. Yeah, and I don't know what it is, but, Kyle is really great, and, he's fucking horrible at selling himself.
He is.
As he should be.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be? Let's go to Jim in Cleveland. What's up, Jim?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Jim.
Jimmy, I was just wondering if, is there a reason why you don't do Ted Sheckler anymore or as much as you used to?
You know what? Scott Greenstein told me that somebody complained and I wasn't allowed to do it.
No kidding.
Yeah, no, of course I'm kidding. No, I'll tell you why.
He just had a personal vendetta against it. He's just annoyed by all Ted Sheckler bits.
I'm just joking. I don't know why. I love doing Ted. Opie loves Ted. I just forget to do him, and he hurts my throat. You know what I mean? Oh, it's like a fucking throat thing. It's why I don't do Ramon anymore, because it started hurting my throat.
Well, plus didn't Ted, kind of morph into all the other characters a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, Ted took, you get, again, I did Ramon for a while, Liddy. What the fuck happened to Liddy?
G. Gordon Liddy.
Yeah,
it's a yogurt Liddy.
Hey, I'm Liddy.
It was G. Yogurt Liddy.
Yeah, hey, how are you? I'm Liddy. I don't remember what Liddy did.
No, I don't think he did anything. I think he's just a yogurt lid.
Yeah, he's just a piece of shit lid that people hated.
Yeah, people did.
So I don't know what happened to Ted. I just don't think to do it. But I like doing Ted, but he just hurts the throat.
Right. Let's go to another character question. Pete in Boston.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
I just want to know if Uncle Paul makes an appearance when you're around your nephews.
No, he doesn't. I'm not allowed in the house. They always tell me, sit outside in the satin and drink your Sanka.
Is that what you drink?
Yeah. No, I don't do Uncle Paul around real kids. Right. I don't do him around Opie's kids or fucking Bobby's kids or
That's the
Bobby's son. Yeah, because I'm the thing is, even in the sketches I did when I did for Vice, one was never released, and I still want to release that one. It was really funny. Mm-hmm. It was Uncle Paul having a reality show, and I think people, have you seen that?
I don't think so.
I think people would enjoy. They saw the one with that Anthony was in,
yeah, and
they liked it. But if you notice, there was no kids in that, and I didn't put any children in this. So you can't have Uncle Paul be around real kids. That's why Uncle Paul doesn't have a Twitter. Because
right.
It's you can't have,
because then you're just looking for kid porn. It becomes real. It's not this sort of
what real kid can you put into it where you go, hey, that's the kid I want to do the pedophile joke to. A movie or something, you can joke about it. I don't know. I wouldn't do it in person to a kid. Uncle Paul has seen kids on the internet and done, jokes about them.
And it's much funnier when you're talking to somebody, and it's more uncomfortable for me when you're talking to me
about something,
as me as a kid. When Uncle Paul remembers Sam or Bobby or whoever when they were a kid, or little Opie.
You know how much I fucking love telling Opie that we chased him up? Because he tells us how he went to an apple tree, and I love taking his real life and making it look like because Uncle Paul fucked his little ginger mouth.
No. Yeah, I did.
You sat up in the apple tree, and I had to give you a kiss on your feet to get you down.
Plus, I feel like Paul, out of all the characters, is the one that gets closest to being a real, disgusting person. Oh, you dropped your microphone.
Yes,
you got nervous.
No, I did.
So I feel like if there's a kid there, now it's no, this is just real gross life.
If Uncle Paul, if Chip's a real guy, he's an annoying asshole.
Right.
Edgar's an annoying, but if Uncle Paul's a real guy,
he's doing harm.
He's a fucking child molester. Yeah. It's a different scenario.
That's the twist on Uncle Paul.
Yeah.
He touches children.
Yeah. So I don't pick kids up and go, hey, you bounce them on my lap. I'm not a fucking maniac.
Because there's not this sort of eventual turnaround where, you thought Uncle Paul was touching kids, but the punchline is he touches kids.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't see it as a punchline. Right. He sees it as a way of life that is misunderstood.
Right, because when Uncle Paul started, I remember, Uncle Paul starts just using a lot of innuendo and double entendre and stuff like that. But then eventually he just started talking about sucking little penises.
No, I didn't.
And then it was
no,
what
I didn't.
You doing? Yes, you did.
I did not. I said that he burned his peenie with a match.
No, he didn't.
I got in there and kissed it. My mouth got a lot of saliva in it. You burned your peenie with a match, did you?
I don't think he really burned it at all.
Yeah. My mouth would get wet with sardine, Earl. Get in there and kiss it.
That's so vile.
Yeah, it is.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I always love when Uncle Paul molest people on the show. Like, I've listened to, I really do listen to Uncle Paul, and I listen to it like it's another person.
You do?
I'm not kidding you. Like, and it's not in some
That's
Andy
weird.
Kaufman shit. I just genuinely think of it that way, and I laugh listening to it. It makes me laugh. But listening to Uncle when talking about you and your father went out to buy some mustache wax, and how your parents let you home and Uncle Paul raped you while they were out buying mustache wax.
like
Dad,
Dad,
Rock.
do you understand that like my dad, he took the priority of styling his facial hair over my son's sexual health.
Yeah, I said, Mr. Roberts, like Uncle Paul said, he'll watch him while you go out and wax your mustache, and he just molested you. And like a little fat E-Rock, and he molested E-Rock and taught him how to kiss and taught him how to make someone pregnant.
And he was a little fat kid.
Yeah, just a little chubby fucking borderline Asperger's kid. His dumb face. It's enjoyable.
Borderline.
It's enjoyable.
I would imagine it is. But you don't, but does that mean you're not even, like, do you think of Uncle Paul things or do they just they're just all there?
Just kind of comes out. It's just another aspect to your humor. Like,
I think there's I think it's an aspect to your humor, but I think there's a lot of buried molestation memories that are coming out through Uncle Paul.
You know, it's funny, but it's really not that. It's like everyone likes, actors always enjoy playing the darker character. Like, how about the guy like the famous fucking Hitler tapes that people do, like when they do these brilliant fucking funny things.
Right.
That guy's name was Bruno something who played Hitler. Mm-hmm. Like, why would you want to play a guy that killed 6 million Jews? Because there's something about, plus he's historical. Or say guys that play molesters or rapists or fucking murderers. Right. Or Dexter. Playing that dark, exploring that fucking shitty dark part of a personality. It's like a whole corridor you get to walk down. Yeah. You don't feel, no one thinks I do, but I don't feel sexual excitement from that. It's just funny to me to be able to, like Chip, like as a comic, you're trained to think of the funniest shit. That's what your mind says. Go for the funniest. But the idea of, like, when you're looking at the funniest joke.
Chewpeca!
Fucking Chewpeca. There's when you look to make a funny joke, like in front of you, there might be 5 ideas floating, but behind you in the garbage heap, there's 10,000 ideas. And the funny part is leaving these fucking dumb 5 lines alone, and then rifling through the garbage heap
and doing all 10,000 of them.
Oh, they're wonderful,
one after the other, as if nobody's ever thought of them.
Because looking for the good one is fun. Mm-hmm. But when you're looking through 10,000 bad ones, Jen, my ex, told me one time, she's like, I'm always amazed with Chip at how there's this ability to go for a joke that was even worse than I expected. Like sometimes I'll hit her with one and she'll be like, that was really fucking bad, even for him. And it just makes me happy.
Right, because Chip is evolving.
It's fun,
or de-evolving, I guess would be the word.
But I like doing it. Like it's fun. It's fun to do.
I would imagine. Let me go to Stan in Jersey. Stan?
Hey, Stanley, you want to throw hot oil on him?
What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, Stan.
How are we doing tonight?
Hey, good.
For some reason, this story just came up in my head, and I thought about Jimmy being a total douche as a kid with the and Sam. This is why I'm calling, because I remember you liking this story when Jimmy was a kid and he'd walk up and down playing Megadeth or Ozzy with his radio.
Oh my God! I think when you first told this story on Opie's show, I think I was like crying, laughing, because you would as a kid turn like. I think it was Sabbath. I think you would turn on Iron Man.
Yeah, or I would walk by this girl's house who I liked,
Because you would want her to think you're tough.
Yeah, and cool.
So you would walk by her house with a boombox and you'd play Iron Man.
So she'd associate that song with me. Yeah, like, the little Iron Man's outside, is he?
But like, instead of like, why is the fucking weird kid outside my house with his boombox?
Yeah, why is that fucking racially confused dick sucker wearing a Kennedy tango playing Sabbath.
like you're so fucking dark.
Yeah, I was a putt.
All your ideas were just the wrong. You know what I love about like your stories as a kid? Like all these stories of just what a shitty little kid you were. We all, as a kid, have those ideas. But everyone who's listening, that idea is crossed. Like, oh, maybe I should. Like, I wish that they would she would associate this song with me, and it's like you start thinking of ways that would happen. But then either you wake up in the morning, you do whatever, and you realize that's a really dumb idea. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
You didn't ever have that last part. You would just...
My last part always came after I had done it.
Like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that just now.
Wish I hadn't done that.
You would experience that a lot, though?
Yep.
You would know it was a bad idea.
Oh, yeah, kind of. And I would do it again when I was drunk. I told you when I asked her out on the phone finally.
Yeah.
I forget how I got her number.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't, I asked her, I was like, you don't want to go out with me, do you? She was very nice. She was like, no. And I tried to be casual about it.
Like, I didn't think so.
No, but I tried putting two expressions together and being fun. If I was like, that's the way the ball crumbles.
Well, Jimmy,
oh, God.
Yeah, is that bad?
It's so bad.
Like, yeah. Oh, thank you, AJ. I just cut the cheese. That was my childhood coming out.
That's the way the ball crumbles.
Yeah, not a good one. Or did I say cookie bounces? I don't remember.
I'm getting a whiff of your gas now. That's embarrassment. I can smell it.
Yes, it is.
Your embarrassment creeped out of you.
Yes, it is. That's my childhood. That was in a dark little fucking recessed corner of my colon.
It was your colon has little nooks where embarrassment hangs out.
Yes, nooks and crannies. That was some lactose I drank in fucking 1984.
Oh, thank you, Stan.
No, Sam.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I have the story to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Stanley Bram muffins.
By the way, your manager, Jonathan, is going to be getting that a lot today because I was driving in earlier today and the pad data said Johnny Brand muffins because it was playing the Jonathan stuff when he was on the air.
Okay.
Go ahead, Stan.
All right. So on that vein, the story, for some reason, just in my head the other day. There was this, I used to work at a supermarket, and it was this cashier who I really, really liked. I thought she was really cute. I was probably 16, 17. I was driving at the time, and she needed a ride home one night. So I'm driving her home, and we're just talking about relationships and stuff, and I'm talking about this ex-girlfriend that I had that I broke up with, and she started asking me questions about it, and I said, well, I'd show you a picture of her, but I fucking burned it.
Ew.
You know what I did once? This is like...
Well, hold on. How did she react?
She was like, oh, okay. That's okay. Oh, it was awful. But I felt like I was just this dark, mysterious guy that just couldn't have any fucking...
No way. No. You're too metal.
Yeah, you burned it.
Exactly.
I fucking burned one, too.
Yeah?
Fuck yeah.
You like fire, Chip?
Yup.
You do, right?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. That's for an adult man to like fire. That's so amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, it's very mysterious.
I set everything on fire.
You do?
Yup. Give me a number. I'll fucking burn it.
What does that mean?
Fucking hell.
6? Yeah. All right. Thank you, Stan.
All right, guys, you guys are doing a good job.
Yeah, no shit.
I went when I was in high school. That's when I was very small and underdeveloped.
Sleight of frame.
Yeah, that's right.
Tadpole.
And there were a bunch of Mexican kids hanging out at the top of the staircase outside. And they were hanging out with a couple of hot Mexican chicks there. And I was walking by them. And they were like, yo, Sam. Hey, yo, Sam. And I knew it wasn't going to be good. And I turned around and I was like, yeah. And they're like, yo, she wants your number. And I knew that the girl had no interest in telephoning me and that she didn't want to date me. And that their idea of a joke was it was so out of the realm of possibility that this attractive woman would want my phone number to just asking me. So I decided to turn it around on them. And I turned and looked at them and said, yeah, it's 911. And then I turned around.
Fucking Chip Roberts.
I knew immediately because I turned around and my face just turned beet red. And I was like, oh no. I made
How
that.
did they react?
I don't even remember. I was so deep in my own head because I realized that I just made that so much worse.
Yep.
Like I completely lived up to everything. Like the reason that was a joke was because that's how I responded.
Exactly. Fucking mayor of Dork City doesn't disappoint.
Remember I was telling you? No, you were right. He's a nerd.
Instead of just giving them your number and taking a shit. Would it be funny if one of the girls did want your number if you saw her years later? I wanted to suck your dick in high school.
Yeah, I'd be like, shit.
I thought that was a joke. No, I heard the urine would balloon up. I like that.
Yeah. All the cholas talked about it.
Yeah, they talked about you ballooning a foreskin.
Oh, man, I was legendary at school.
Yes, you were. Your ballooning penis, tell me on. It smelled good.
Let's go to Adam, who's in Port Worth. What's up, Adam?
Hey, man. I'm loving the show, guys.
Nice.
Thank you.
I made a fucking huge mistake, and I went down with Chippa at fucking Thanksgiving trying to explain to my family the genius of Chip.
You can't go outside the circle. Right. And try to explain. You can't do Chip lines to people who don't listen to the show, and you can't explain the characters to anybody who doesn't listen because it's crazy person behavior. It doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
What'd you do?
Star Wars is coming out, the trailer, and I fucking love your Chip fucking analyzes and does the review of the trailers. It's zipping along, fucking crazy. I love it. And I tried to explain it to my fucking family, and my dad looked at me like I was on fucking meth. And I sat there and I could not defend you enough. And I just continued in Jim Norton style to dig deeper and deeper, and I wouldn't let it die.
Wait, you were trying to explain it, not even show them?
Yeah. I mean, I'm an idiot. I listen to Sam Roberts every day, so obviously my judgment's not really
not great. Not great.
No, not at all. So yeah,
hard up for entertainment.
Fucking went down with Chippa. It was really bad.
That I couldn't explain Chip to people and make it funny, and I'm him.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, hey, and
that don't make no sense.
That's very, very good.
Make no sense. No. So when you guys had David Duchovny in Opie show.
Yeah, he was on the X-Files.
Yes, the X-Files.
Stop adding syllables.
You add them.
So, I called in and got that fucking piece of shit CD that autograph. God.
Hang on, Chip's playing air guitar on an umbrella.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead, so you wanted to get an autograph?
I got his autograph on that CD, but that might be the only thing that's worth a fucking penny on that CD. It is the most
How dare you.
melancholy, kill myself CD. I love him on the X-Files.
How's his voice, though?
I mean, it's not bad.
Okay. A little melancholy is fine. But everyone knows him from the X-Files.
They do. Fuck yeah.
All right, goodbye, Adam. Let me talk to Ed in Baltimore.
Hey, guys. How you guys doing?
What's up? Eddie, Bope Eddie. Wouldn't that be annoying if that was my thing on radio?
But you just did that to everybody. That's a very Dennis Falcone way to respond.
Sam, Bobam, you're on the line.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it. ED. I've certainly been experiencing you.
That stands for erectile dysfunction.
You bet your little afro it does. What's going on, Eddykins?
Now I have a purpose. I'm known as the erectile dysfunction guy.
Whatever.
But I saw Jimmy at the Goobies in Baltimore last year, and I yelled out from the crowd, Uncle Paul. Not heckling, just wanted to hear Uncle Paul. And Jimmy fucking grilled me for about a minute and a half. It was like the most uncomfortable. I still have the dirt on my hands. I can't get it out. It was the funniest thing.
Thank you.
He went into Uncle Paul for about a minute and a half, and he made me feel like I was Jerry Sandusky. He was like freaking hilarious.
There was some guy, I forget his name, on Legion of Skanks when I did it. And do you know who that guy is? He does Uncle Paul.
Oh, no, but I saw that YouTube video. I'd never seen him before.
He does him really well.
Yeah.
Like, I can hear the difference, but barely. Like, he does a really good Uncle Paul.
Yeah, it's really fun. Most people who do the characters, everybody tries to do them. Most people are very bad at it.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He sounds like Uncle Paul.
David in Pennsylvania, you're here on Sam Roberts Show with Jim Norton.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dave.
Jimmy.
Hey.
So I recently got married, and one of the things I do to my wife is fucking Edgar around her all the time.
Women don't like Edgar.
They fucking loathe Edgar. Edgar is a 100% bomb around women.
Jimmy, I'll email you the video. I have a video randomly, and I'll do it. I'll like hide my camera so she doesn't know I'm filming. She was sobbing uncontrollably last week when I was doing Edgar to her.
You know, I'm trying to think of like when I do this Indiegogo thing to raise money. Like, you know, you have like perks and stuff that you give to people.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of some original, funny things to have, and like one of them might be like something with the funniest. Like Chip, like if you can do the funniest place you do Chip and you have it on video, I would love to get people sending in videos of them doing Chip.
But that's not how the thing works, is it?
No, I know,
but
I wanted to, yes, but there's something I want to tie it in somehow with the promotion. I don't know how.
Because it will be like, I mean, the Indiegogo thing is obvious. Like if you should say like $500 and Chip will send in a photo and Chip will riff on you for 60 seconds or something like that.
Oh, that's fucking a funny idea.
Yeah, because I mean, people will pay for that. People love that guy.
And it's also...
and like $1,000, you can get on the phone and Chip will fight with you.
Yeah, or if you... maybe if you have... I don't know. Maybe the fucking best video with a donation and that scene will get acted out in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like I'll do that line.
Just so you can see people doing it. I mean, look, you know... When I got married, that was 3 years ago. It's crazy how long you've been doing these characters. But when I got married, Edgar was regularly texting me, telling me that it was a bad idea. That he was telling me not to get married. And it was not because he didn't think marriage was a good idea. It was because of Jess.
I think he thought he was a woman of lower stock.
Yeah, he kept mentioning that Jess was a woman of lower stock. Then we sent out the invitations, and we got all the RSVPs, and we got, on one RSVP, 3 notes from Jim, Edgar, and Chip, all RSVP'd that, yes, they would be at the wedding. And Edgar then, for I think 6 months or so, leading up to the wedding, kept threatening to object during the ceremony.
I object.
Yeah. And if Jim saw Jess, Edgar would come out and tell Jess he's going to object in the wedding, to the point where, like, my dad married us, right? He's the guy. No, not like. He did the thing. He acted as the person who, married.
The surrogate?
No. The surrogate.
I'll handle this, Sammy. I'll put that Robert C. where it belongs.
Hey, Dad, how do you do this? Don't worry about it, kid.
Step aside, son. I'll show you. You scoop out your foreskin.
No, but we're all up there. And, like, my dad said, if anybody has any objections, and I'll never forget the look of pride on Jim Norton's face, because I had to look out there, and he just smiled ear to ear, knowing that at that moment I'm getting married, and it's like the end of the ceremony, and it's my family's there. Edgar objecting is in my head, that he's infected me on that level.
In that moment, yeah, it's a great moment.
Let me go to a regular here on Sam Roberts Show, Chris the teacher. Chris, you're on with Jim Norton.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Chris.
Can I smell your breath?
Oh, God, that was such a bad piece of advice.
Now, go. You want to tell that story or no?
Yeah. When I was a kid, people know this one, but when I was in like 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, I had this little girl I was so in love with. Her name was Jill. She was like my fucking first puppy love. Like for Christmas, one year when I was in like 5th grade, my grandmother or my parents got me a shirt, or someone got me, or maybe she got it for me. It was a little Kiss shirt that had the 4 copies of the original. Kiss had 4 solo albums.
Right.
And on the back it said Jimmy and Jill. They got me that when I was a boy. That was my Christmas gift. Or maybe Jill got it for my birthday. But she was like my little girlfriend, and I had never kissed her. I didn't know how to kiss a girl, so I asked my dad.
How old were you?
Either 4th grade or 5th grade. Okay. So I asked my dad, what do I do? And he said, well, you should walk up and ask her if you can smell her breath. And when she lets you smell her breath, you lean in and kiss her. Fucking terrible idea.
Was your dad, was he being earnest in his advice, or was he giving you purposely bad advice?
I don't know what he was doing.
You think that's how your dad got your mom?
I hope not.
You think that's how he sealed the deal?
I don't know. It was like fucking, that's like multiple MIGs type shit.
Yeah.
He said, I can smell your breath. It was really fucking terrible.
And then when he wants to go down on your mom the first time, he's like, can I smell your queef?
You know, can I smell your cunt? Yeah, can I smell your breath? But I didn't do it.
No.
No, here's how I asked her. I didn't know how to. We were down in the woods by her apartment. She lived in a place called Hidden Lake in North Brunswick. And we went down by this wooded area, and there was like a little creek. And I wanted to ask her for a kiss, but I didn't know how to do it.
Of course.
But I'm like, I wanted to ask you to do something, but I don't know how to ask. And she's like, what? And I'm like, well, you know who my favorite band is?
Oh, no. And she said, I'm going to hope for my sake it's Sabbath.
She didn't answer.
She didn't?
Nope. Just kept skipping rocks. I never got a kiss that day.
You didn't?
No, sir.
So that question went unanswered, and then it was just silence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently her favorite band was the Don't Answer Chapped Lips Boy.
Right.
Because my lips were always chapped.
Hope you enjoy your T-shirt, virgin.
Yeah, exactly. You know who my favorite band is? Like I was hoping she'd go, yeah, kiss.
You go, okay. You know what my favorite chocolate treat is, don't you?
Yeah. Kiss. You know what my favorite song by Prince someday is, don't you?
I have so many of those stories from my youth. Do you think that everybody has those?
Yes.
Or is it you do? Okay, so it's not just us that were sociopaths.
No, it wasn't even sociopathic. It was just being afraid.
Chris is a sociopath. He's not in good shape.
Oh, all right.
Like he treats his wife terribly. He makes every mistake a person can make in a relationship. I've spoken for probably hours at this point on the show with Chris, just trying to get to the bottom of his stuff, and he's a complete disaster.
All right, that's all right. I respect that.
Chris actually, he got fired from the first school he worked at because he kept calling into this show and talking to the women that I had on sexually. And one of his coworkers ratted him out, so he ended up getting moved to a different school. Remember that, Chris?
Yeah, that was in June. That kind of changed my whole life.
Yeah, and it's only been bad since, huh?
Yeah, it's not getting any better, but I'm also not doing anything to make it better, so who's really the problem?
I mean, there's no doubt about that. Everybody knows it's you.
But I have all of those stories, and I wonder, like you said, if it's everybody that has them, or if we're just lucky enough to be cognizant of it now at our age of how big of a little douchebag we were.
Well, I think it's also, I think a lot of it is being comfortable with who you are now. Like, I think there's a lot of adults, even once they're adults, that don't want to admit the fucked up stuff they did as a kid because it's fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did horrible things.
I mean, last week.
No, I mean even as a youth.
Right.
But I sometimes I tell the stories to my students, and we get laughs out of it now. But it's just they're horrible things, and I always wonder if everybody has had those douchey moments as kids because they were just you're not self-aware as kids.
Right.
Yeah, we all had them, dude. Honestly, we all did.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Feel a little better.
All right, Chris.
I'll see you at the Patrice show, bro. Looking forward to it.
All right, buddy. Take care. I got a tweet from somebody who said, Jermaine Lucier.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, I miss Sprout.
Sprout.
Yeah, Sprout was just the one that never took off.
No.
Jen hated him.
Really?
Yeah, because he would bully Jelly. And he would always be like, oh, gee, ma'am, I'm just trying to help. And she'd be like, you're so fucking phony. She really hated Sprout. But he never took off on the radio.
Speaking of characters that are gone, Steve in Tampa.
Oh, poor
Hey,
Steve.
you guys?
I never did Steve in Tampa. What's up, Steve?
I'm actually I'm going to see you in January, Jimmy here.
Oh, yeah, I love that club, that Side Split. It's a great club.
I love it. I'll be right in the front on the late show Friday night.
Great.
So you're talking about the Indiegogo thing. Will Craig Schinkel be showing up?
You may be surprised to see Craig make an appearance.
Well, there's one thing you can do to try to figure it out. It's so bad. It's because of this back of the mouth thing.
That's how you talk. I'm gonna probably come on and do some Schinkel's conundrums.
What's Schinkel's conundrums?
That's what I would do. The mysterious things.
Like what?
Schinkel's conundrums.
Like what kind of mysterious things? I don't understand.
I don't remember any. It's been a while since I've done a Schinkel's conundrum.
You just remember the branding of the actual conundrum.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
They're like riddles and things of that nature.
Whoa. Hey, Michelle.
Sounds to me like there's an ambulance or some sort of emergency.
Wow. You really figured that out, Craig.
I was just being funny.
That's funny?
Yes, it is.
Oh. What's going on, Michelle?
Hey, sorry if I kept this going by. You were talking earlier about women not liking Edgar.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I love Edgar. Every time that
damaged woman.
Obviously.
Shut up. I don't like you. You're a woman with a fire truck.
Fire?
Shut up.
Right now.
Just goes out of his way to be unlikable. All right.
I like you.
You like Michelle?
April Fools!
She's still laughing. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Bye, Michelle. Thank
I'll talk to you later. All right, let's take a quick break. You sticking around?
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck am I doing?
Well, good.
I fucking went to DMV and then came in here just to do I'm doing some radioing.
That's right. That's right. Well, let's keep radioing then.
I'm going to get some coffee, take a piss.
All right, good. Well, really, I like that you're bringing people in, but nobody cares what you're doing during the break.
Here's what you got to say. TMI.
That's good. That's good. We'll be back with some more TMI with Jim Norton here on Sam Roberts Show right after this.
Now. More Sam Roberts Show.
Welcome back to Sam Roberts Show, live here on Tuesday. Show's going to replay in our normal time slot, which is 9 p.m. Eastern tonight.
What time do you go till tonight?
6. This is it.
Oh, I thought it was a 4-hour show.
No, 3-hour show.
Okay.
We go 3 to 6. Tomorrow.
Lick it up!
Okay. We'll be 3 to 6 again tomorrow.
Cool.
And then next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we'll be here in the afternoon as well. And then back to our normal nighttime slot. I'll have videos up of last night's Red Eye appearance on notsam.com.
How was it?
Tonight.
I heard lackluster.
Who said that? I thought it went all right, but
Roger Ailes.
No, that's not a good. That's not good feedback.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. I'm having fun doing that.
Yeah, I want to do it again in January. I really enjoy that show.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's really fun, and Tom Shalhoub does a good job.
Does he? Is Andy Levy still on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Andy Levy still does the halftime report. She does she doesn't do every night. They mix up Jedediah, who's been on the show before, Jedediah Bila.
Yeah, I know her.
And then I did it with Joanne last time. And then Kat, the blonde with the glasses.
I like her too.
Yeah, she was funny. And she got in trouble with Star Wars fans recently.
Why?
Because she said Star Wars was stupid and the internet turned on her. But...
yeah, Joanne was hitting on me every time I go on.
That's so... And then you were just like, nah, not my cup of tea.
I filed a complaint.
You did?
I said, yes, this is harassment.
Right, it's supposed to be a professional environment.
I'm here to tell some jokes and get some people in the audience. I don't need her flirting.
Right, that must be tough for you.
Yep.
It's not a show without Miguel in Los Angeles. Miguel?
Yo, Sam, what's up?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Hey, Jim, it's an honor to speak with you, man. I just bought tickets for your show in L.A. a few days ago.
Oh, thank you. I'm doing the Nokia.
Hey, man, but, I hear you talk about, your friends from the past that died, really young, especially with comedians. But how come you never, talk about Ben?
Just ask him there's so many Bens. You'd have to ask him which Ben. Ben who?
Which Ben?
Bend over and take this dick.
Oh, he got you.
Oh.
Bend over and take this dick.
Oh.
Miguel calls up with funny names.
Oh.
He nailed you, though, dude.
Damn it, he got me.
He really got you on that one.
Yeah, he lost me at Dick because I did know a bend over and take this.
I bet Dick.
But when he threw Dick in, I'm like, he's fuzzing around.
Very, very good, Miguel. You nailed him. You nailed another one.
What about Candace?
Candace for who?
Candace Dick in your mouth?
I think he nailed, thank you, Miguel.
It's pretty good.
I think he nailed Lisa Ann yesterday with a Phillip.
Philip who?
Fill up your mouth with this dick. Lisa Ann didn't see it coming.
No.
I don't know.
How could she? It was in her mouth.
That's right. I guess that's right.
Hey, wait a second.
What?
Where's your friend Michael Cunt?
What do you mean Michael Cunt?
My cunt.
You said
Mikey Cunt.
You said Michael Cunt. Oh, Chip.
He messed that one up.
Always one step behind. And he rushes, too.
Yeah,
he yells. Because he wants to get the joke in, but he did it wrong.
Yeah, he did.
He did it wrong. Speaking of Star Wars, did you see this article has been going around everywhere? I think Forbes or one of the financial things broke it that apparently Harrison Ford got paid like 50 times what the rest of the cast got paid.
Really?
Yeah. They said, like the stars of the movie, the black guy and the chick.
Yeah.
They made like something like $350,000 or $450,000. That's it.
Fine.
And then Harrison Ford made whatever, like I guess $30 million.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah, I kind of think so too.
He's part of an empire, no pun intended. But he was one of the guys. I mean, he was one of the most charismatic. He's one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. He's Indiana Jones. He doesn't need this movie at all.
Right, and it's not like, he is kind of an important role even in the new one as old Harrison Ford, as old Han Solo.
Yeah.
And it's not like you can recast Han Solo. You'd have to literally rewrite the entire movie. And besides that, young people who are in this movie, like the main cast, are young. And this movie theoretically is going to mean for them lots more work.
Yeah,
so
help
they're going to be able to make
sure.
Right. So it's like just the fact that they're in this movie.
He's doing nothing, right?
Who?
Hayden Christensen.
Oh, no. Well, he wasn't good. He was in a couple of things.
Yes, this kid destroyed every career touch. So
I had some, I don't have them anymore, but I was playing clips of reviews from episode 1 right when they got out of the theater. It's all right. And people were like thrilled with it because they were still, all the enthusiasm of Star Wars. They were like, yeah, I just saw it and I got to say, 2 thumbs up. And then it's like, I think that little kid is going to be on to even the little kid that played Hayden Christensen in the first one. He didn't even go on to anything.
Was he doing anything?
No, he isn't. None of them are doing a thing.
I really think George Lucas stinks because he went for good-looking guy. Like, I'm sick of the good-looking. Then again, they were all good-looking in the original Star Wars too. But
I mean, he just became such an action figure salesman and a merchandiser.
That's why I can't stand him.
That, like, none of them are worth. You can even see that in the redos. Like when you watch, like if you download Star Wars on iTunes and you've ever seen the original versions from the 70s, you can see like he added way more like cute characters and
makes me sick.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Star Wars one? You know that song? Dun 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 dun. Oh, what the fuck is it?
What are you talking about?
The video for the song. Goyette, his name is. It's a huge song. You know it.
Gautier,
yeah. Do you know his song?
Let's see. Yeah.
What?
This one?
Yeah, Gautier Star Wars. You seen that?
This one? The Star Wars one?
Yeah. No. You don't have to play it, but I just enjoyed it, but no one else might.
You liked it?
Yeah, it was clever. But I think it was after the last ones.
Okay, so this is
But it might bomb.
A Star Wars parody. Are you insecure about your choice?
No, I don't care. It's just a guy.
Right.
Star Wars that I used to know.
He looks like, well, he's got the Hayden Christensen hairdo.
Yes.
Oh, because he's playing young Anakin.
Like joking people with the Force until they die.
He did do that stuff. Okay, I get it.
A lot of 18 million views.
That's right. It's a Star Wars parody. It's from 2012.
Oh.
It's from June of 2012.
It's very good, but it's really smashing into Star Wars.
It is?
Yeah.
Good. I mean, they're not good movies. They're not. This one was way better than the prequels.
Absolutely
J.J. Abrams
better.
one.
Absolutely better.
Way better than the prequels.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with
I'm gonna punch Chewbacca.
It's not a character.
Yeah, this one was much better than the prequels.
And I don't have a problem with Han Solo making all the money because it's not.
No, me neither.
And this doesn't do anything for Harrison Ford's career, by the way.
No.
Because he's already Harrison Ford.
He's a legend, and he's, again, he's partially responsible he was a huge part of why Star Wars went on to become such a mega hit.
Yeah.
And the three first ones are three of the biggest movies of all time.
Yeah.
And he's been in so many other, again, the fucking Indiana Joneses. I mean, the guy has been in some of the biggest movies in history. I mean,
right.
He deserves the money.
And we know, like, what did this movie make? It made
fucking. It's probably going to break $70 million on opening weekend.
You think so?
Yep.
You think it'll do better than Sisters?
Who's in Sisters?
Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Yes, but not by as much as one would suspect.
By the way, I was right. I predicted on Friday that Sisters wouldn't even get second place because Alvin and the Chipmunks. It was
what's that?
Star Wars, Sisters, and the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie came out this weekend. And yeah, Sisters was third place. It's weird when movies like that come out because I was like trying to figure out why.
Different audience. I'll tell you why. Because that's a girl audience.
There is no different audience though. Everybody's going to see Star Wars.
Maybe, but they're saying like we have to come out sometime and let's compete with a different, like one is a kid's movie, one is a, whatever.
One is a movie that everybody's going to see. I would only assume if they either want to bury the movie, somebody wants to bury
suing them.
Who are you suing?
Fucking Road Chip.
Because they use your name?
Yep.
Now, do you know that it's a chipmunk? It's been around long before you.
I'm suing the animal, too.
You can't sue an animal.
Fuck yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Meet me in court or I'll fucking run over you in the driveway.
Okay.
Piece of garbage.
Because it's a chipmunk, you mean it's roadkill.
Fuck yeah.
I understand. You ever just squash them if they're near your tires? You
bugs too.
You just kill bugs.
Yup.
Like you see a spider crawling around your house.
Watch this.
What do?
Fucking step on it.
You do?
Or if I seen a bird one time, I was on a date.
Yeah.
And I seen a pigeon. I'm like, watch this. And I fucking kicked it against the wall.
Why? That's serial killer behavior.
Yeah, it made like a when it hit the wall.
Geez, sometimes I think you're like fucking sick.
I'm fucking so sick I should be in a hospital.
Is that right? Although I have to be honest, I think you're lying about the pigeon story.
No, I'm not.
Yes, I think you might be.
Fucking kicked it against the wall.
Is that right?
Yup.
What sound did it make? And what did the girl you were with say?
She's like, why did you do that? And she left.
She did?
Crying.
Whose loss, yours or hers?
Hers.
Really?
Fine, I'll just give this big old fucking prick to some other bitch.
Is that what happened?
Nope. I went home.
You're not supposed to admit that shit. You should be telling me you slept with a model or something.
I did.
What model?
Fucking mind your business.
That's not a good response. No, you're bad on your speed.
He really is bad on his speed.
Mind your business.
A different kind of Star Wars.
But I feel like if the movie, so it's like it made like $400 million or something over the weekend. If Han Solo made $30 million from the movie and it made $400 million opening weekend, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's really okay. It's not that big of a deal.
A lot of his money might be back in too.
I think they said it was like $20 million on the front or whatever, and then like he got 1 or 2 points or something.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the whole deal, and that makes sense to me. All right, listen. You know what we do, Jim. You've been witness to this before. I believe you've accused it of plagiarism, and it is not. What are you laughing at, Adrian? I said it is not.
What?
We try to figure out what we did at the end of every show, because I do so much that I don't remember.
Like, what did we learn?
No, it's not like that at all.
Oh, okay.
It's not like that at all, because I don't go to the callers. I don't ask them anything.
Okay.
I have Adrian give me the list. Adrian, will you please do that?
Sam's mom does not like to be impersonated on the radio.
No.
B-U-R-N-T spells boint. Sam is anal retentive. Comedian Sam Roberts hosts a wrestling radio show.
That's what they said.
Philippine won Miss Universe. I got my dick on my mind all the time.
Right.
Young Sam Roberts crushed puss on the pitcher's mound.
I did.
Dean died of AIDS. Flaming couches and pig stickers were a big part of Jim Norton's youth.
Stickers.
You can't get in Sam Roberts' mouth when the words are coming out. Uncle Paul drinks Senka. Chip comes from the garbage heap in the back of Jim's mind. And Chip is so sick he should be in a hospital.
See? A lot of stuff we learned today. I mean, a lot of stuff happened today.
Well, we learned.
No, it's not it at all. It's much quicker than that silly bit.
You're right.
All right.
You can go to my website for my tour tickets. I'm coming all over.
Wait. You said...
Wait. Fucking being there. I'll be fucking coming.
Just go to JimNorton.com.
Yeah.
Tour dates all over.
Yep.
Very, very exciting time.
Well, and then New Year's Eve in Rhode Island. I'm looking forward to that gig.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love it up there.
Do you count down?
I do.
Okay.
On the early show. At 7.
All right, Jim, thank you for stopping by.
You're welcome, Sam.
It's always a pleasure
Thanks
to
for
see you.
having me.
Of course. And we'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, live here on Opie Radio with Robert Kelly. See you then. Goodbye, everybody.
God damn it, man, I almost had it. Well, I did it again, yeah, I do it out of habit. Well, I know it ain't no fun. I'm less than zero when you add up the sum.
You've been listening to Sam Roberts Show. If you missed a moment, listen back on demand at SiriusXM.com/on-demand.
Hip, hip, hooray!
And stay up to date with the Sam Roberts universe at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.com/NotSam, and NotSam.com.